I want you to think about the smoothest character you can think of. Think of James Bond and how much of a badass he is. Or think of Tony Stark and how calm and collected he is. Now, what does your favorite badass character have in common with all of these other men? When it comes down to the details of life, this type of man will always do what he needs to do in order to get his mission done first. Do you think this type of man daydreams every day about how sweet life would be with their crush? No, because they are always putting their energy first into their goals and missions no matter what. Because to them, they know it's more important than their own love lives. They are successful with women because deep down, they could really give a damn about women and would sacrifice everything for their goals and their dreams. If you're gonna get your crush to start liking you back, then you need to get a life first. How are you gonna get your crush to like you back if you don't even like yourself enough in the first place? Putting yourself first and creating a mindset that's similar to these badass types of characters involves you digging a little deeper and seeing that there's more to life than just starting a family. Go and get a life and create one that you'll love and one that your crush will love too. Once you have all of that established, then you'll have confidence. And it's a type of confidence where you'll believe in yourself. And once you start believing in yourself, then others will follow and will start believing in you too. That confidence makes you realize you can have anyone you truly want. And once you start believing you can have anyone you truly want, the universe automatically starts working in your favor and it'll automatically put you in a good position to get your crush. Once you believe in yourself, you want your crush to believe in you too to get her to like you, right? You understand that you are a high value target. And every woman out there wants a high value man in their lives. But you're the high value man. You're the catch. You're the Tony Stark, the man with the amazing life. So you have to treat your crush like she's another woman that wants the high value man that you are. You have to make her feel like she has to work for you, and you have to test her and you have to challenge her. You have to make her feel like she's winning just by being with you. Test her every single time you talk to her. Allude to the fact that you're interested in her, but you're not totally sold over her and you want to know more about her. Get used to saying things like, maybe one day you'll finally impress me. Saying things like that makes girls crazy about you. I'll give you one of my favorite techniques. It's called the push-pull technique. Essentially, this keeps the conversation you were having with her still flirty while you are still testing her at the same time. A push-pull is where you compliment a girl and then immediately afterwards you insult her or you take the compliment back. This allows you to tease her and to flirt with her and to test her all at the same time. It's super effective. One good example of a push-pull I can give you is saying, you'd be perfect for me if you weren't so lame. Another good example would be saying, you'd be just my type if you didn't listen to country music, or I'm not sold over you yet. You're the superhero, you're the Thor, you're the Tony Stark, you're the high value man that she's obsessed with and wants to date and be with. So you have to start acting like it, and you have to start doing things and saying things that'll reminisce onto the thought of you being the high value man. The push-pull technique is very similar to another type of technique I like to use on a girl, and it's also one of my favorites. That other technique is called qualifying and disqualifying. This technique makes her chase you in the interaction you guys have. Whenever your crush starts telling you about something that applies to her, or whenever she opens up to you about herself, you have to say, tell me about that. Doing this puts you in a power position because she is exposing herself to you. People explain and justify themselves to people they want to like them back. Make her do this to you and psychologically she will automatically be more attracted to you. Another good example of a qualifier would be saying, hey, are you flirting with me? You're asking herself to explain her position and justify her actions to you, putting you in a power position and psychologically making her like you. That's how qualifying works. Disqualifying works in a very similar type of way. Disqualifying is where you test her and you challenge her and it forces her to qualify herself to you. Disqualifying also disqualifies the idea that you're sold over her. One example of a good disqualifier would be saying, you're the worst, or saying you're checking off all the wrong boxes. These disqualifying examples establish the frame that you're still testing her, and you're still deciding whether or not you like her. If you combine testing with the push-pull technique, with the qualifier and disqualifier, you will easily get your crush to like you back. And remember, you need to make sure you have a life and one that you love before someone else like your crush can go and love you and your life. I recommend referring back to this video and studying the tips I give you for your future interactions with your crush. I also recommend practicing on girls where you don't really care if they're into you or not. That way you have good practice and you know what to do and how to use these tips I gave you in this video effectively on your crush. You'll be amazed how much they're into you right off the bat once you use these tips I gave you in this video in an interaction. Get a life and practice these tips and you'll know what to do for your crush and get her to easily like you back. Go ahead and leave a like down below. Go ahead and comment what you think on this topic. And if you want to see more topics like this, leave it down in the comments below. Other than that, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, and be safe.